Hello there and welcome to Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Every week we will be here to tell you some crazy stories, some amazing poems accompanied by some fantastic songs. My name is John Hales and I will be your host. This week, the legend of the Dullahan, Ireland. The true origin of the Dullahan remains a mystery. Said to have been worshipped by an ancient king around 1500 years ago, this creature is believed to be the reincarnation of the Celtic deity Crom Dubh. Known as the headless horseman, the Dullahan is the most renowned mythical being in Irish folklore. It is considered to be the omen of death, appearing during festivals and special occasions. Riding on a black steed, in a black carriage pulled by 4 or 6 horses, the Dullahan wears a long black cloak that billows behind him as he rides his horse with such intensity that flames ignite beneath its hooves. In one hand, he holds his decomposing head covered in decaying flesh, displaying a terrifying grin with sharp, pointed teeth. In his other hand, he wields a whip made from human spine. Gates and doors open for him effortlessly, and nothing can impede his progress. The villagers cower in fear, for if they dare to gaze upon him, he will whip their eyes out. The Dullahan only speaks once, uttering the name of the person whose life he seeks to claim. According to legend, that individual cannot escape death and will perish on the very same day. Dullahan. Deep within the forest, growing like a promise, you will feel an evil presence around you. You will never see the sun again. And the night's not your friend. Listen carefully, because you will hear him. His eyes are cold and gunning, and if you hear him coming, hide yourself away until he rides right past you. Your blood will paint the forest red, and he will leave you dead. Take this sound advice, because he will find you. Somewhere in the twilight, somewhere in the dark night, you can hear the clatter of hooves approaching. He has come to take somebody's soul, And if you're on your own, I believe it's something you should know. And his eyes are cold and cunning. And if you hear him coming, hide yourself away until he rides right past you. Your blood will paint the forest red, and he will leave you dead. Take this sound advice, 'cause he will find you. Next week, we have invited Richard Tree to tell us all about the Black Marketeer. Folk-a-Dilly Tales is a Zingaro Blue production. It was written, produced and edited by Mario and Lesley Price. Mixed by Frank Erlenkämper. The poems, lyrics and songs are also written by Mario and Lesley Price. My name is John Hales and I've been your host. The contents of this podcast are based on the book Folk Stories, Legends and Poems by Mario and Lesley Price, and are available as a book and an e-book from Amazon under the name Folk Stories, Legends and Poems. The music can be found under that same name and as volumes 1 and 2 streaming on all major platforms. Today's background music was supplied by Scott Buckley. You can find the link to these compositions in the comments below. Be sure to check out our music videos that tell some of our stories on YouTube. For more information about Zingaro Blue, visit our website at www.zingaroblue.co.uk or find additional links in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please hit the follow button so that you can listen to the next episode of Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Thanks for listening.